Right, students. Now, see here, third question, how much it is easy. Function is given. Write down the values. Nothing but what? In place of x, you can substitute 0. You can get f of 0. What is f of 0 value?
-5.
F of x is equal to 2x minus 5. Am I right? Now, what they are asking in the question, f of 0 they are asking. We substitute in place of x 0 here, right side. Minus 5 is equal to what? Minus 5. Right? Yes or no? Then next, you only tell me what is f of 7 value.
Sir, f of 7, 9.
Then f of minus 3 value.
Sir, -11.
-11.
See here. Yes or no? Easy or difficult? Very easy question.
Sir, they will ask this only in NCERT for 1 mark, sir.
Yeah.
In the relatives and functions.
This only they ask.
Okay.
You have to write these steps enough for this question. Given that f of x is equal to x minus 5, then f of 0 is equal to like 2 into 0 minus 5 minus 5. Next. Now my f of 7 is 2 into 7 minus 5, that is 9. Like that. This step enough. Yeah, all of you do this question number 4. Here also same. Okay, the function t which maps temperature in degree Celsius into temperature in degree Fahrenheit is defined by T of C is equal to 9C by 5 plus 32. Right? Okay, right. So T of 0. All of you do
32.
all the problems. After that, tell me the answers. Substitute in place of C, here 0. Someone said that 32. Is it right? Okay.
So next one 82.4.
82.4. Let's see. Here the question is T of C. And C by 5. Right, first one is first subdivision is T of 0. Okay, 9 into 0 by 5 plus 32 is 32. What is T of
28, 28 sir.
T of 28? Answer is
82.4.
Sir,
80.4. Okay, fine.
2.4.
Third one,
T
Sir,
of
third
minus
one 14.
T of minus 4.
9
T of
sir,
minus 4.
Is
equal
it
to
14? 14. Okay, that fourth subdivision,
Sir,
the
answer
the value of C
Sir,
is
100.
Sir, instead
yeah,
of T of C, we should write as 200.
yeah. The thing is here, LHS given, T of C value is given. Then what is the C value? They ask.
sir 100.
Is it 100?
Yes, sir, 100 only.
Yes, sir, 100.
Okay, so 9C by 5 is equal to 212 minus 32 is equal to 180.
180, sir. 180 into 5 divided by 9, sir.
C is
So,
equal to, yeah, 180 into 5 by 9. So 20 into 5, 100. 100, right answer. 100 is right answer. Okay, student, got it. See here, in fourth subdivision, they given T of C value. When T of C value is 212, then what is the value of C? For what value of C, it will become 212. Just find C value. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now let's go for the second question or fifth question. Only two questions remain. See, domain finding mathematically will do in different way. Generally we'll think that. I'm going to draw the graph of this modulus f of x is equal to modulus minus 6. Here no need to draw the graph, but for understanding purpose, I'm going to draw the graph of second question. In the second question, find the domain and range. I'm going to do that. Domain and okay.
And now we're reaching types of functions, sir.
Yeah, after we'll discuss. So I'm doing directly the second question. After that, we'll go for types of functions. Because this is easy, right? Okay, students, let's see here. Given function is f of x is equal to minus modulus x. Am I right? Okay, first g of x. I'm taking g of x is a function that I'm going to take modulus x. Can anyone tell that what is modulus x graph? Graph of modulus x. So this
Sorry.
g of x we can take modulus x. So nothing but
X is equal to
right. Take some different values on the x axis. If I take 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, so on till minus infinity. Here it is. Again 1, 2, 3.
So the graph will be in only first and second order.
First and second quadrant. Right. Okay. Let's see now.
Sir, it will be only in x-axis.
Hmm?
It will be only in x-axis.
Okay. See here. First, I'm going to draw the graph of g of x, not f of x. When you substitute x is equal to 1 here, what about the, if I give x, substitute x is equal to 1, what about output?
1, 1.
Y also 1. When I substitute x is equal to 1, y 1. X is equal to 2, y value 2. X is equal to 3, y value is 3. X is equal to 4, y value also 4. Cancel. And when I substitute x is equal to minus 1, here, g of x,
One.
plus 1 alone. Then 2,
Minus
3. I substitute minus 3, plus 3. Am I right? Minus 4 becomes plus 4. So join them. When I substitute 0, it will be 0. So joining all these points, plot the points, so we are going to get. So till infinity. So it will be extend till what? If I giving 5, 6, 7 till infinite on x-axis, then the graph also becomes
infinite.
infinity. So whenever x tends to infinity, x is infinity, y also tends to infinity. When x tends to minus infinity, even y tends to plus infinity. Am I right? If you substitute even negative values of x, even though we can get a positive values of y, because y is equal to modulus x. So when x tends to here, it can take minus infinity to plus infinity. The values from where to where? Modulus x can take the value minus infinity to plus infinity, but it will give output is only positive values. Am I right? So nothing but what will you write here? The domain. Domain means, remember student. So it is very, very important. Domain is given by x values. Domain always is given by x-axis values, x-axis. Range is given by y-axis value, output. Range is given by output in the sense y-axis values. Now here, the modulus x graph is exist from where to where? Yes.
0 to
0 to? No, x value. First tell me domain. What is the domain of this modulus here? What are the values it is taking? Like nothing but what are the values we are given here?
Sir, -1, negative,
Like till what? Till what?
negative infinity and positive.
Exactly. The graph is exist from graph can take from minus infinity to plus infinity. So x can take the values minus infinity to plus infinity. That is nothing but a real number. Is it right? Every real number, for every real number means for any value of x, we get a y value. Now, this is now domain of modulus x is real number. Means it can take the values of x minus infinity to plus infinity. Right. Now, can anyone tell that what is the range of given function?
Positive real numbers.
Range of modulus x is equal to positive real number r plus, am I right? R plus including 0. Understood? Output of range nothing but output, range nothing but y value. Domain means x value. X values from minus infinity to plus infinity. Graph is exist on both sides, but it will just output is only positive values. So that is r plus. So domain is real number.
Sir, we can do 0 to infinity also.
Why 0 to infinity? Is it not possible to draw the graph negative values? Is it does not exist?
Sir, no, sir, range.
Range is 0 to, right. Range is range r plus not more what to write? Closed interval 0 to open interval infinity. Okay, y value from where to where? Y value 0 including 0. When x value 0, y also 0. So closed interval. But for infinity, remember, it may be infinity, it may be minus infinity. You should write only open interval. Open interval. You should not keep closed interval. Okay. And also see from with the help of this also see here modulus x can be written as two different cases. Plus x, x greater than or equal to 0. Minus x, x less than or equal to 0. Am I right? Two different cases. Okay, but the question is, this is the graph of plus modulus x. What is the graph of minus modulus x?
Only in
And lying in third quadrant and fourth.
Third quadrant and fourth quadrant. We are going to get like this. The graph we will get like this. Okay, understood? It's reciprocal like that. So even substitute here, how can we say that it is belongs to third and the fourth quadrant? See, yeah, give positive values here. Substitute here. X is equal to plus 1. What is output?
Sir, when x is positive or negative, y will be negative only, sir.
Exactly. We give the inputs or x values are either positive or negative. Y always positive. Y is equal to minus modulus. I always negative. Sorry, x is either positive or negative. Y always negative. Negative in the sense downwards. So can you tell me what is the domain of this function? Domain means x values. The graph is x from where to where?
0 to negative.
Real numbers.
Real number. Exactly. Domain of f of x is equal to r. Now, in the same way, what is range?
Sir, minus 0 to minus infinity, sir.
Minus infinity till 0 and along with 0.
Minus infinity to 0.
Sir, we can write r minus also.
R minus?
range is equal to R minus 1. For
R minus?
we are written as R plus, so we can write here R minus 1. Negative real numbers.
Negative real number. R minus R minus.
So no, sir. Saying that minus R, we can write like minus R.
We can write in many ways. One way is here we can write like this also. X lesser than or equal 0 for every x belongs to R. We can write like this, and also we may write like this: R minus of open interval 0 to infinity. Open interval means again it will become the meaning is closed interval. We can write like this, and we can write in many ways. All three cases are correct. Understood? So simply you can write minus infinity to 0 or R minus simply. R plus means positive real number, R minus means negative real number, including 0.
This only I said, sir. What you have written at last only I said, sir.
This one.
No, sir, before that.
This is R minus. Range is R minus, all negative real number. See, R plus means set of all positive real number. R power minus means set of all negative real number. So range is negative real number, so you know.
Okay.
Understood with the graphically, I think so. You understood what is domain. Domain means remember x-axis values. So range means y values. That's it. In the same way, for the second subdivision, f of x is equal to, you have to do very carefully actually. F of x is equal to square root of 9 minus x square. Yeah. Anyone? See here, to do this kind of questions, we'll do one thing. Simply, you can take that 9 minus x square value equating to 0. 9 minus x square value is equating to 0. So when I 9 minus x square is equating to 0, what are the x values we are going to get here? X square is equal to 9.
Or plus or minus.
X square is equal to 9, right? Then x is equal to plus or minus 3. Fine. When I substitute x is equal to plus 3 or minus 3, if I take y value as 9 minus x square, I substitute x is equal to plus or minus 3, y becomes 0. 0 is also real number, clearly. Okay, if I substitute, when I substitute x is equal to 4, what about the function value? Y value?
Sir, imaginary number.
Is it imaginary?
No, sir. 25 root of
9 minus 16, sir. Root of negative
9 minus 16, root over minus 7. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Is it belongs to real number?
No, sir.
Okay.
Reality cannot exist.
Right. That is important. So when we want to draw the graph of any function, that input must be a real number, output must be a real number. If you get imaginary, you cannot draw the graph of the function. Imaginary means just we have to imagine, that's it. We are unable to draw the graph. Nothing but the values does not exist. Yet root over minus 7, nothing but, see here, 4 is more than 3. More than 3. Okay, when I take x is equal to minus 4, what about y?
Same, sir. Negative 7.
Again, we get same value, minus 4. So 9 minus minus 4 whole square, that is 9 minus 16, that is root over minus 7. Is it belongs to real number? No. Again, doesn't belongs to real number. So at x is equal to 4, 4 means more than plus 3. 4, more than 3. And minus 4 lesser than. So here x is exist from minus 3 to 3, closed interval, or else x lies between minus 3 to plus 3.
Sir, for this one we can draw graph now, sir.
Yeah,
Between
this alone,
negative 3 to 3.
for this only we are going to get the graph, otherwise we don't get the graph.
Okay.
Graph means, what is the graph here? This graph is given by parabola. Okay, right, no. So when we're squaring on both sides, now it is not a parabola, it is circle equation actually. If I take y is equal to square root of 9 minus x, this is the given function, squaring on both sides, 9 minus x square, then x square plus y square is equal to 9. Means, what is the mean by this? Here the graph will be exist. Nothing but the circle is exist from where to where. Radius is what?
3 to negative 3. Sir.
Yeah, see, radius cannot be negative, so that, okay, so it is 3, radius will be 3.
Modulus.
The meaning of 3 minus 3 means, on x-axis it will meet the x-axis at two different points. One is 3 comma 0 and minus 3 comma 0. This is the meaning. And here circle is existed from minus 3 to plus 3. The circle does not exist more than 3, lesser than minus 3. Is it possible here? This is the graph. Here not required the graph. You can try to understand for what value of x the given function is defined. See here, minus 3 to plus 3. Minus 3, including minus 3 to plus 3. Any value you can take, whether we get a real number or not, output. Take 0 x value. 9 minus 0 square root 9, it is 3. Yeah, real number. Take any minus 2 plus 2. Minus 2 plus 2, real number. Minus 1 plus 1, real number. But more than 3, lesser than minus 3 does not exist because imaginary. So how to write here? The condition is, so you have to write like this. Since here square root of 9 minus x square is defined, all real number, okay, all the real numbers that are greater than or equal to minus 3 and lesser than or equal to plus 3. Okay, then what is the domain of the function? Is domain of the function, we can write two ways. Domain,
Close to bracket minus 3.
domain of given function f of x is clearly equal to what? Closed bracket minus
Real
a.
number.
And if you want to write, someone asks set builder form, then we can write set builder form also. What we can write? X such that x from where to where? Minus 3 lesser than or equal to x lesser than or equal to 3. Like that we'll write. Am I right? You can write any one of the way. X such that minus 3 lesser than or equal to x lesser than or equal to 3. Okay, students, try to understand very clearly. So this is the only x values the function can take. Other than this minus 3 to plus 3, other values, it will be imaginary. So the domain is all x values. So minus 3 to plus 3. Okay, fine. If we give that the domain from minus 3 to plus 3, what is output? Output, anyone? Substitute minus 3 plus 3 here. What is the y value?
0.
Okay, then substitute x value 0 here. What is y value?
9, sir. 3.
3.
3. Nothing but what is the range here?
0 to 3.
That's it. From minus 3, these are the all x values you can give. Then what is the maximum value, minimum value? That you need to find. Whenever you want to find the range, we require maximum and minimum. So finally here, the range is of f of x is equal to, we can write here 0 to 3, or x such that 0 lesser than or equal to x lesser than or equal to 3. Okay, this is the We'll do more number of problems, nothing to worry. So many questions are there to find domain and range. If you are not able to understand, again fifth question also we are going to find domain and range alone. Say range. So we can easily understand. So I'm going to explain more easiest way in next classes.